Hello guys, this is Pavel from Laravel Daily Team, and I continue the series of live coding for landlord and tenant system in Laravel 5.6. This is part 3, video number 3, and probably it will be the last, but I cannot promise for sure, so it will be part 3, maybe there will be part 4, it depends how long it will take for me to explain the current stuff. So what we've done so far is registrations for landlords and tenants and login, basically permissions. I've done some cleanup in the background so I wouldn't spend your time watching the video. So now, excuse me, here's how it looks so far from tenant view. So I've logged in and I can upload a document and I can add a note and I can write a message to the landlord. That's exactly that. Those three things are the main functionality of the system. So in this video we will go one by one, documents, notes and messages, and we will clean it up, change some fields, add some logic, make it actually work, because it was pre-generated by our quick admin panel and now it's time to make it usable for our case. So let's begin. In documents, this is the form that was generated automatically with the fields. So I can choose property, user, document, upload, and name. So these are the fields that were needed in the database. But in fact, what I need as a tenant, I can choose property, but probably in most cases it will be one property. Then user field should not be chosen, it should be automatically pre-filled. So those two things we will need to change in the forms. And now let's go to PHP Storm. We open our documents controller and this is how it looks pre-generated. So the property list is this, and what we need is remove that thing, and then probably it will fix that, so it will be the first property chosen automatically, so no additional prepend. And same in edit, no prepend. Next, users. Actually, users are not even needed. We don't need user, and it's not updated. It will be automatically set. I will show you how. Right, so edit, also no users. Right, so probably we won't see, oh, actually we will see error. Now we need to change create blade and documents. User shouldn't be here. Yeah, so now it's good, and the same thing, so I wouldn't forget, in edit blade. Documents, edit blade, user is missing. Right, so if we upload the document now, just any random screenshot, random name, it will probably throw an error of user ID is required. Actually, it's required even on request level. So if we go to our store documents request, we need to remove it from here, and also for the update documents request here. Okay, let's try it again. Probably the error will be different now. Oh, it successfully uploaded, but the user is probably null in this case. So let's go to documents. Oh yes, we made the user ID nullable. So now let's fix it and actually assign the user. And we will do that with the model level. So on a document where we have the document store, this document, we will add public function boot, which we'll call parent boot, I think it is. And then on static creating, we will add a function model. This, I think it's this. So model user ID will be equal to auth user ID. Public static void, I think. Yep. Let's try again. Add a new document, same property, without name, and we have a user here. So as you can see, it automatically is set with my current user. And what we need here also is not to show the user in the table for tenant. So if I'm a tenant, I won't be seeing that user. Or actually, thinking about it, I do need that, because if the document is uploaded by landlord, then it's a different user. Saying that, I have the Firefox opened for the landlord view. I'll refresh that, and let's go to documents and upload one document from the landlord, and let's see if it actually works. Document, some upload, let me save it, and let's see. For some reason Firefox is slower. Yes, great, so user is Pavlos, which is landlord, and then you can download file. I guess that's it. Oh, right, we need to remove some buttons, so we don't need view in documents index. Basically some cleanup here. We don't need view button here. We do need edit, and we do need delete. So yeah, we can download file, we can edit the file, and we can delete file. So that's good with documents. Now let's go to notes and do pretty much the same thing. So we click notes, and it probably will be similar filtering here. So to create a note, I have to choose a property and choose a user. Basically same thing. And let's go to nodes controller and do the same thing. Basically in property we don't need additional please select thing, and we don't need users. And this, and same thing for edit, no users, and property without prepend. This, with that in mind, let's change the requests as well. So no user ID here, and in store no user ID here. And same thing with the boot. I will copy that code here. So static boot. Actually it's the same, it shouldn't be even changed here. Refresh. Undefined. Alright, we haven't removed them from the blade. Nodes create user, and same edit here. Okay. So in property I put random text. And it's good, the user is all set, the node is here, view. Actually we shouldn't allow to edit maybe, although that's your choice, you can change that after download. I will put the code on GitHub. So we just remove the view because it's not relevant here. In nodes index, we'll remove the view thing. Great, so nodes are clear. Now let's go to messages. With messages, it's an interesting thing. It's a module automatically generated by Quick Admin Panel, and you can write new message to anyone. Basically, all the recipients and all their emails are here. And what we need here actually is that I would be able to write a message only to people that are relevant to me. So property tenants, that's actually a good question. So who should I write to? Probably tenants could be writing to landlord only, and vice versa. So tenants shouldn't be writing to each other, I guess. And there should not be admin here, so they wouldn't be allowed to write to administrator. So let's do that filtering. Let's dive into the code, and here in our messenger controller, we have a messenger controller here. We have the users array and at the time of create. Actually, I will show you all the context, resources, views, admin messenger, fields. So here's the list of fields, and recipient is one of the fields, and it has users array, like potential recipients. And here's just user all and email. Basically, first we change it to name, but even then, let's do another way around. If auth user role ID equals 2, which is tenant, then users will be user I will copy it from somewhere. Tenants controller, this. So users will be user, where property, blah, plug, plug, name, ID. Okay. Else, if I'm a tenant, then I need only the landlords. Actually, let's put it this way. So there will be no else here. So user web property ID, role ID equals 2. That's a good question, how to query that. Okay, I figured it out. So we need to basically create one user. In theory, it's only one property landlord for now, but we will make it extendable, so you would be able to change that thing. So all we need is user find user where ID equals my own user as a tenant user, then property user ID. That's it. But there's one more thing, we don't have user property relationship yet. So user property, public function property, return this belongs to property class. I guess that's it. Right, so users where property ID, blah blah blah. Okay. Else, let's put it here. 3. Okay. Let's go back to Messenger, and who we can write to. No results found, so I cannot write to anyone, right? That's wrong. So let's dd that. Actually, it's not even going here. So what's my role ID here? No, wait. Auth user role ID. Maybe it's different field. So user. Oh, of course, it's a multiple. Yeah, it's belongs to relationship. Belongs to many. I mean. Right. Auth user role. How to query that the fastest way? It's actually even easier. So if my property ID is not set, I mean, then it's not a tenant. If not property ID, else. That's it. So that's all. Yep, right. So I get one recipient, which is landlord, and I get the subject and test some message. Let's try it out in action. Yeah, we need to change this here, so this shouldn't be email. Again, messenger index. Right, other person email, other person name. Yep. So we can read the message. That's inbox and outbox. Actually, again, the email should be not in email, but in sender name. Sender, we don't need to change this. I guess we're good. So as a landlord, I should have received the message. Let's refresh, click messages. Yay, you have one new message, and this is from Rogan Palmer, and I can reply to it probably. Let's test it out again. I can reply. Recipient is hard-coded. That actually should be fixed too, because it should be name and ID and fields. So user, if a set user. I'm not setting user. Oh, in reply, probably reply. There's a different URL. Edit, so it's an edit thing. Edit show. Oh, right, edit is here. Auth user, email. Okay, yep, we're good. So reply. Yep, reply is good, and we should have received, as a tenant, we should have received a message. Yay, great. So now we have three working things: documents, notes, and messages. And this is the basics how tenants and landlords should interact with each other. And with that, we're done with the core functionality of our landlord system. I will upload it to GitHub, and you can expand on that, creating more functionality, more restrictions, different layers of tenants maybe. So the tenants could be related to a few properties. Then what else you can do? Notifications. Just notify users about new messages or new notes. But that's up to you. I'm ending my live coding session. If you want to support me and my work and my team, go to quickadminpanel.com, our Laravel generator. You will like it, I promise. And see you in the next videos of Laravel Daily YouTube channel.